What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm going to showcase a Piloswine team in the Sunshine Cup. I feel like in this meta, where flying types are absolutely everywhere, people are running Clodsire, Cradilly, a lot of normal types as well, a Pokemon like Piloswine with a great neutral game and a lot of ice-type damage is one of the most underrated picks you could ask for. It incorporates a lot of teams that has a lot of great neutral play, as I was saying, and pairing it up with a Rangru as well as Furret looks like a pretty solid lineup. But real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into the battles and see what Piloswine can do. There we go, that's a good lead. Piloswine into 2 cannon. About as good as it really gets, although the fast pressure here does more than you'd expect. Okay, I mean, I'm not really in a spot where I need switch this game, although I would prefer it if I could hold on to it, but just keeping this Ninetales away from my Piloswine is going to put us in a pretty good spot. The big issue is if this is an overheat, that would basically one-shot us, but no, it's not. Okay, and that's only a Weather Ball for sure. I can let this go. I should be able to go for another Confusion into back-to-back Brutal Swings, and then either win Switch or get his shield down. And once shields are down, 2 Cannon is not that good of a Pokemon. So that is what I'm going to be playing for right now. They're at 3, so 1 away from a Weather Ball. Big Brutal Swing. Second Brutal Swing coming through. They're at 4, so they have the Weather Ball now, but they should be in Peck down range from my Fearos, so I think we're in a good spot. They do shield, okay. Yeah, we'll shield once farm down with Fearom. And that should be good, I think. They wanted switch, though, so is there a second answer to Piloswine in the back line? There could be. I mean, obviously, they seem to be playing for that. All right, we'll go for the Drill Peck now. I hope this knocks out, but maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't knock out from here, then this 2 Cannon is going to get a lot more use this game than I'd like. Oh, but they shield, okay. All right. I'm going to shield this up now, and I'm going to throw immediately after this. I didn't want to CMP on 9, because I know that I'd lose CMP anyway. Oh, they Beak Blast. So I can overfarm a little bit more. I have a Drill Peck that I'm just about at, as well as my Piloswine has 2 Powder Snows on it. Beak Blast did debuff me, but it means I can overfarm a little bit more energy. So we'll see what the final Pokemon's going to be here. All right, Furret. I know I'm debuffed, but I think that going for the Drill Peck now, and then just either going for a high horsepower or calling a catch is the way to win. 5, 6, 7. All right, they're at 7. And as we all know, that means it could be a Trailblaze or a Brick Break. I would imagine Trailblaze if they actually built it to 7, though. Yeah, they're dry now. Okay, well, actually, just double Icicle Spear is all we need. I was going to say, I don't know for sure if I can put them into range where this knocks out, but Powder Snow does so much damage here, actually. So we just have back-to-back. We have one for this, one for the Ninetales. And there we go, we get a win. All right, nice. I love the 2 Cannon teams, but luckily Piloswine is one of the best answers to that Pokemon in this meta, at the very least. So we're able to get the win here. Down goes the Ninetales. GG's. All right, Piloswine into a Furret. Okay. I know they could have super effective damage against us, but, I mean, it's also, like, I outpace them. So it's not the end of the world for us. They're at 6, so it could be a Brick Break right now. I like getting rid of this so my Oranguru doesn't have to see it, but it is kind of uncomfortable depending on what they want to do here. They are throwing an attack into us, likely going to be a Brick Break. They throw in 6, so I'm going to shield this up. And if they want to switch out, they can be my guest. If they don't, then at the very least, I can get some more fast food pressure against them. CMP on a Swift, potentially. Or if they don't CMP us, that is also fine. They have a Brick Break ready to go. And this Icicle Spear should knock him out or get his shield. And at this point, I'm going to catch the move on Fearom. Not normally a Pokemon you see catching attacks, but I think at this point, getting that extra Peck lead, and if this is a Brick Break, it does less damage, so, I mean, it's not like the end of the world. Whoa, they bring in a Shadow Quagsire into us? I mean, I know the Water Guns are going to add up, but, I mean, can they even farm us down before I get to 2 attacks here? That's a little bit surprising to see this come in. But my Oranguru would rather be here, so maybe that's a smart play by them. They let that go. What is happening right now? I think I get a second attack off here. Yeah, so they're forced to throw energy. That's not great for them. They should be... Oh, man, I think they might get an Aqua Tail if one Confusion doesn't knock out. Yeah. Or not. Okay, it was like 1 away, I think, from getting there. Because they overfarmed against the Fearow, but not enough. I have a lot of energy here. Oh, let's go. Okay. Well, this energy lead's going to be pretty helpful. Just have to avoid a catch, and I should be fine here. And 4 turn into 4 turn, you can be pretty patient to make sure they're not switching out. Big Brutal Swing. Let's see if we get a shield on this one. No, they let it go. And even if they do catch, I think my Piloswine in the back line is going to be pretty good. Try to catch there, but I mean, I can be as patient as I need to. I have a full Piloswine, well, not full, but, half a Piloswine around, and that's really all we need. I think I survive this, but I'm not going to risk it. There's really no reason to risk that right now. We'll go for the shield on this one. And we have back-to-back, so they have to go for the shield here, and they have to throw their next move immediately. But I think we survive a Brutal Swing from this range no matter what. So yeah, they throw all of their energy here. If this does knock us out, that's fine. Piloswine should still be able to get to an Icicle Spear and knock him out, but I don't believe this knocks us out. No, we do live, although it didn't show me how well I lived. And I also think this doesn't knock them out, but then we just Powder Snow down. And we should be fine. Big move. 2 or 3 Powder Snows should do it. Let's go. All right, that was an interesting team. Next opponent. Oh, they're the teacher. Uh-oh, what does that mean? Piloswine into Shadow Pidgeot. Okay. I've been seeing so many of these flyer leads. It feels good to have a counter for one. At least for once. And we see a Furret safe swap. Don't have a hard response to this, but what I do have is an Icicle Spear ready for them already. Let's see if they no-shield. They shield that up. I'm going to come in Fearow now. While I would love Switch Advantage, I don't think I need it that much. Like, I would like it, but it's not 1,000% necessary to win this game, because Oranguru is not terrible into Pidgeot either. All right, they're at back-to-back Swifts here, but I know a Drill Peck wouldn't knock him out just yet anyway, so there's really not much point in throwing. I'd rather get to back-to-back moves, and also just take a bit more fast move pressure, just to be able to give that Pidgeot less of a farm down to against us. All right, back-to-back here. If they shield this up, I have my next move ready. If they no-shield, then I have a move for whatever else comes in. Yeah, they let that go. Makes sense. Pidgeot comes in, but honestly, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for this, and I'm just going to switch back out, because I don't want to give too much of a farm down over to this Pokemon. I'd rather just bring in Piloswine and start putting on the pressure. What is this? Vigoroth, okay. I think I get 2 Icicle Spears off here, but Shadow Vigoroth's kind of a cool pick. Haven't seen too many of those in this meta. As long as I get a second Icicle Spear, I should be fine. Nice, okay. We overfarmed just enough to kind of throw them off a little bit on our counts. And I think this puts them into Confusion downrange for our Oranguru. Yeah. I think they only get 1 Body Slam here. And at that point, that means that I'm going to be able to go for a shield on a potential Brave Bird from the Pidgeot. Brutal Swing them there. They already took quite a bit of damage from my Drill Peck that I landed earlier. As well as the fact that, I mean, even just Confusion damage could do it. So, yeah, let's go. All right, next opponent. We'll see Piloswine into Pidgeot. I'm glad I'm leading our Piloswine today. This thing is putting in the work. Let's see what they bring in, though. Another Vigoroth. But I'm going to go for the play I went for last time with a Chip and Dip. I think this time, though, since they come in with a Vigoroth, I should probably bring in my Oranguru here. Just because Oranguru should be in a better spot, absorbing potential rock slides or whatever. Oh, they shield that. That is not what I was expecting. 8. Okay. They're at 2 after this Body Slam. Or if they go for a Brick Break, then they're at 1. Okay, they're actually at 1. Can they flip this ever? Maybe. But I should actually just survive this attack, right? And I should be able to go back-to-back Brutal Swings, either getting a second shield or winning Switch and Shield advantage. Because Vigoroth is not what it used to be, right? It's a Pokemon that, unfortunately for them, does kind of struggle neutrally. Back in the day, it used to be the king of neutral game in these limited metas, but not right now. They could shield this up and likely get a move off into whatever I try to bring in, but I think that's fine. Because then I'd have a 2 shield advantage, and that's pretty good. All right. I'm actually just going to farm down with my Piloswine here, because non-stab counters, they hurt a little bit, but, not that much. And whoa, did they not get a move? Okay. That's also helpful. Okay. We'll high horsepower this Obstagoon, and then I think our Fearow just closes out the game. We should probably put this into Peck down range after this. Maybe? I don't know, actually. Maybe not. Maybe over time. But no matter what, we get to 2 Drill Pecks against the Pidgeot before they can do too much there. And then this Obstagoon is Energy Dry after this Cross Chop. Not even Night Slash. Okay. Weird. I don't know what's happening in this game. Okay. We are 1 away from our next move. They have to throw instantly here if they don't want to take the next Drill Peck. But no matter what, I can overfarm and just have enough energy for the Obstagoon later on. And if they don't throw energy, then we just snipe them down. We don't even take that Gust. So there's really not much this poor Obstagoon can do. All right, another one of these, like, triple normal teams. This time double counter in the backline, which honestly you might expect to be a little bit scary for our team. Luckily, though, being able to chip and dip with Piloswine like we did there was, it's not a bad strategy at the very least. We'll see Piloswine into double. What the heck? Okay. I don't know if I like this at all. I mean, it's pretty neutral. Like, double kick's not that good of a move at the very least. So there is that. What I think I want to do, if I can, is I want to try to catch a move on my Oranguru and sneak a Confusion. So after going for this Icicle Sphere, I'm going to do 1 and swap. And we'll see if we get it. That is exactly what happens. Let's go. That's a lot of energy that we're going to generate off that one play. And it's also probably a Body Slam we're catching, but even if it's a Oh, it is a payback! Okay. That's less ideal. Anyway, we're still, like, not in an unplayable spot here. But that was annoying that they actually went for that. Okay, and that's also very fine. I mean, Oranguru did its job. I guess. Kind of. It did something. We're gonna let this go. I think 1 shield farm down with Furret, and we'll get a lot of energy out of this. Which, honestly, we're not in that bad of a spot getting a big farm down here. Although, are they only, like, 2 more bubbles away from their next move? They might be. If that's the case, that's actually really annoying. Yeah, Ludicolo on bubble is actually so quick. I can't really shield this up, though. But really nice play by them to have a Ludicolo on their team, I guess. Although I do have some energy on my Piloswine. I have a lot of energy here. I think we're still in a playable spot, despite my Oranguru doing very little this game, to say the least. They let that go. Oof. Ah. I don't know if we have what it takes here to win this one. Unfortunately, I don't think we do. Alright, yeah, no, we... they just have 2 Thunder Punches coming out of this matchup. The only way I win is if, like, I don't know, they no-shield this for some reason and it knocks them out, but it wouldn't even. Okay, if they get greedy here and they don't throw energy, then I can win if I get DRE. Dang. That is a team that I was not expecting in the slightest, but GG's to them. Alright, next opponent. Hopefully no more Ludicolos on bubble. That thing's actually kind of good. More than I thought it would be, at least. Vigoroth in the lead. You know, back in the day, this would be a pretty bad lead matchup because they could, like, outpace us in Body Slam, but since nowadays we're so quick on Furret, and, like, Vigoroth's not as quick as it used to be, it's honestly not that bad. You see a Dunsparce come in, so Shadow Blaziken would be very good into this trainer. They go for a Rock Slide, makes sense, but luckily we are up on energy here, so I want to save my Furret, or at the very least get some shields down if possible. So we're going to shield that first move. Likely we get his shield here at some point from them. 2. They're 1 away from their next Rock Slide. They could go for a devious Drill Run bait if they wanted to get to the next Rock Slide after 3 more rollouts. I mean, I don't know if I need Switch that much. Like, I don't have an answer to this, the Vigoroth. Like, not a hard answer. So I might as well just go for a full farm down here and get a lot of energy for that Vigoroth later. Interesting. I'm fine with that. Because we know this is going to still chip him down quite a bit. They did save, like, a Rock Slide or a Drill Run on that Dunsparce, but it's a Dunsparce. I'm not that scared of it. You have a second move ready to go. That was a CMP, it looks like. I would love it if this knocks them out and they no-shield, but if they shield it up, that's maybe still fine, depending on what they have in the back. They do shield, okay. I mean, even a Brick Break doesn't knock us out here. I'm going to let this go. Come in with my Oranguru and just go for a full farm down. We still have a shield. We'll have a lot of energy here. It's got to be, like, something that actually beats the fighters, right? I would imagine it could be an Oranguru or, like, a Furret. Either one of those would make some sense. Oh, it's neither. They just do not respect the fighting typing. Imagine a Blaziken into this team. That would be so fun to have. All right, they're at 3, so they have a Body Slam ready to go. 4, 5, 6. We get a second move into them. That's not bad, necessarily. But an Earthquake would knock us out here. A Body Slam wouldn't be enough. So I think we're actually fine. I'm going to let this go. I think I might have a chance to Powder Snow everything down. They do Earthquake, so that will knock us out. But I'm going to just go for the Powder Snow down and hope that that's enough. They have some counters they can get off against us, but not a lot. And I have enough energy on my Piloswine. I can probably outpace something this game. They need to be at back-to-back moves right now to win this. I don't think they are. It's only a Dunsparce, right? Surely they wouldn't be. Nice, and we have the Icicle Spear. That's game. That is such a crazy team. Like, literally just triple normal. Where was this when I was running Blaziken? Where was this guy? Whatever. You know, we still beat them somehow. We'll take it, but that makes me so sad. Okay, there we go. A 4-1 set. My bag's full. This is embarrassing. All right, we don't need revives. Imagine if the Go Badly took revives every time you knocked out a Pokemon. Then I wouldn't have so many. 50, or 25, 30 rather. All right, let's keep it going. All right, next opponent. Piloswine's been doing pretty well so far. less so here. Actually, this is kind of awkward, isn't it? I have an Oranguru in the backline, so I kind of just have to stay in. But non-stab counters, we've seen, they don't do that much to us, right? And at least we can outpace them to Icicle Spears. If they want to play out the 2-shield matchup and not take an Icicle Spear, they can be my guest. We just need to whittle this down and hope for the backline not to destroy us. Nice, and they let us land that move. That's good. Although the counters here on their own have basically done as much as my fast moves and my charge move already. The cross chop, I guess, guaranteeing that I have to shield that up. That's fine. And my Powder Snow's actually hurt quite a bit here, huh? I don't think I'm going to get to a third attack, though, unless they throw their next move, and there's really no reason for them to do that. They're probably just going to go for a counter down now. Oh, well, never mind. That's really nice. I think they could have countered us down. I think 3 counters definitely would have done it. I can go for a peck down here. They might switch out, but at this point, at least it's in more of a manageable range for my Oranguru if they do swap. They should be 5 away, so I get the full farm down. They don't even get the Night Slash off. And we'll see what wants to take all this energy. Okay, their own Furo. Fun fact about this matchup, it's actually really awkward for them if they're down this much energy, because I can guarantee to just go for a Drill Peck and farm them down. Now, I could have gone for a CMP there, but a Drill Peck wouldn't quite be enough there anyway, so I might as well just overfarm and make sure that if they switch out, I'll have a lot of energy for whatever else comes in. They're at 2, so 3 away from their next attack. I don't know if I'd win CMP or not, so I'm not going to risk it. Okay, they let that go. Oh, no! Trainer, I'm so sorry. Although this guy would destroy that triple normal person. Yeah, once my Piloswine goes down, I actually have some decent counters in the back to the Blaziken. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for them, we don't even need our Oranguru this game. GG's. There we go, back to the Furo leads. We did just see an Obstagoon, so I think we deserved a good lead here. They're staying in. I mean, they can't actually get a shield from us. Or, like, if I let it go, obviously I'd... I don't have an answer to this, so I'm going to go for a Chip and Dip. I was going to say, like, we probably want to shield against that Furo either way. But they end up coming in a Talonflame, and they shield that. All right. Well, I don't necessarily need Switch against them. Okay. Unfortunately, they can throw in really good timing here, but they have to go for a Brave Bird to knock us out, so surely they don't. And honestly, does that even knock us out from here? It's just a Talonflame. I can one and throw, and then they have to throw in really bad timing here if they want to get their move off first, so they likely will. But then I can get a farm down against them. We'll see what they do, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't need Switch that badly, although it could be like a second fire type in the back. But if that's the case, I think relying on my Furo either way is going to be beneficial for us. Okay, they actually switch out. That's crazy. I don't love that I'm going to do this, but I'm going to 2-shield farm down, I guess, at this point. I think that's not the worst play I could go for. I'll just Icicle Spear instantly. I hope that Talonflame is in a range that I can knock out after 4 Powder Snows. That way I can get the full farm down. They do let that go, okay. I take the second Incinerate. Oh, but I survive. That's interesting. So I get an Icicle Spear into the final Pokemon, which is really good because it's a Pidgeot. Okay, interesting. I think my Fearow has enough of an energy lead here that we should be fine. It's a Shadow Pidgeot as well, which I think just guarantees us the win. Yeah. We have just enough energy here to get to back-to-back moves before they're able to do too much. That's good, because I don't want to lose to a Shadow Pidgeot. I don't want to lose to ABA flying... Oh, they're on Twister? That's crazy. I don't want to lose to ABA flying normal when I have the Piloswine lead. A triple flyer! It's just triple flyer. Yeah, okay. In a Licky Licky meta, in a Dunsparce meta, we saw a Dunsparce earlier. Insane place. Oh, I messed up. I had the perfect opportunity to go for a BM there. I'm so sad. It's fine. We got the win, at least, against that team. Dude, people have just given up, I think, all hope on building a real team in this meta. All right, next battle. We will see Piloswine into Shadow Pidgeot. Man, a lot of people like their flyers today. This is good news for the Piloswine. What is this? Is this a Rangaroom? Okay. Well, we'll do the play that we've been doing against these kind of trickier safe swaps, where we can just chip them down with a move, and then we can bring in one of our backline Pokemon. I think the Mirror Match is the way to go here, because this is going to put them into range where one Brutal Swing knocks them out, whereas I should still be outside of range where two knock me out. It doesn't quite do 50% of my HP, and with the extra Powder Snow chip damage we got against them, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, that does nothing. We're at the next one now. I could risk a CMP, but I don't really feel like there's much reason to do that when it seems like every time I do that, I lose CMP. I don't honestly remember the stats on this Pokemon, but it must have little attack, I guess, on it. Okay. I wanted to take that confusion to give that Pidgeot only one gust if possible, so I kind of stopped tapping there for a second just to make sure that I take that damage. They let it go. Nice. If Pidgeot comes in, we have the move. Okay, well, whatever. I guess I probably shouldn't have thrown the Brutal Swing, but I don't even know. Would I have got a Trailblaze? It's hard to say. But I think you have a pretty straightforward way of winning this, called bring in Hero here. They'll go for a move. It's only a Night Slash, though. I think... Man, if I no-shield this, I could be at risk of getting farmed down this game, but I don't want to shield that just yet. Three. All right. This is going to be an interesting game. These gusts are doing so much damage to us. I don't love that necessarily. But I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine, because we have a lot of energy still on our other guy. Oh, they Feather Dance. That's crazy. I don't think that really helps him out that much, though. That honestly just means that what I do here is this. I make sure, once again, to get as low as possible in case they do end up letting this go. I think I have a Drill Peck loaded, right? I should on my Pidgeot, or on my Fearow, rather. And yeah, they let that go, which is smart. But because at this point I have a shield left over, they have to try to counter us all the way down. And I have so much energy myself. So just mitigating the farm downs that they got, I think, is really helping us out this game. But the counters are hurting quite a bit, so if a Drill Peck's not enough to knock out just yet, then this game could get a little bit dicey. I'm just going to keep on farming until the last second here. Might as well get as much fast move pressure as I can, and I'm almost certain from this range a Drill Peck should be enough damage. But I guess we'll find out in just a second. Nice, there we go. Interesting team. Once again, the Pidgeot in the lead, although, man, that thing puts in so much work, even against Piloswine. It's kind of crazy. Okay, an Abomasnow lead. I don't hate this if they're not on Leafage, but it is still, like, kind of awkward saying they did buff Energy Ball, right? But do they even go for Energy Balls? Probably not. They probably just go straight Weather Ball just to outpace us. Oh, they do Energy Ball. Okay, good shield. If I get rid of this, then maybe my Fearow's in a better spot, but it's not like Fearow can't fight back here, too, so it's just kind of a weird lead. I wish one of us was Shadow, because then it'd be easier to one-shot them. And I know an Icicle Spear is not quite enough to knock out just yet, so that's why I haven't thrown it. I know at this point that just getting them to be Powder Snowed into Icicle Spear range is the play. We double shield Energy Balls. That's kind of cool. They debuff us. That's rude. They should apologize immediately. Luckily, that was the second one that did it, so I don't take too many debuffed Powder Snows before I get this move off. They let that go. What comes in? Okay. Mudshot, Shadow Quagsire. They're at 5 right now, so they do have access to an Aqua Tail. Do they try to go for the move instantly here? I think they might. I'm going to go for the catch. Oh, they wait! You know, I guess that's an option as well. 8, 9, 10. They're going to try to catch here, right? They're back-to-back Aqua Tail plus Stone Edge. I should survive both if they want to do that. And I did save energy on my other guy, so I'm just going to go for some extra energy here. Oh. We see Clodsire come in. So they're at an Aqua Tail right now on their other guy. We'll Trailblaze to ramp up as quick as we can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go for the Trailblaze, and hopefully we'll win. But they do have that Aqua Tail I'm kind of worried about. 9. Alright, so they're at 2. Oh, they're at 3, rather. Okay. We'll go for the catch here. That should win us the game. At this point, that means I have a move ready to go against that Quagsire that I can snipe him down with, and I should be able to farm this down too. So I think we win. They have to Stone Edge us here too, right? I don't think an Aqua Tail's enough. Oh, well, it's also, I win CMP, so. But yeah, we had him in a really awkward position, so I think no matter what was going to happen there, I was going to be fine. Drill Peck, I guess doesn't get the knockout because they top lefted, but GG's. All right, Piloswine into Piloswine. All right, fellow Piloswine abuser. I guess we're both sick of people just running the flyers, I guess. They instantly go for an Icicle Spear. That's fine by me. I just kind of want to neutralize this as much as I can so my Furo in the backline doesn't have to deal with it, but we'll see how they play it out. I'm almost at back-to-back here. I don't know if I'd win CMP or not. We haven't tested that just yet. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I lost CMP in this matchup, because I think my Piloswine is actually pretty good. Okay. A little bit of a slow swap in here. I didn't really know which Mudboy this was. Although, honestly, I probably would have come in a Ranguru no matter what. But realistically, just saving that energy on our Piloswine is going to be kind of tricky for them to take down. And Non-Shadow Quagsire needs to double Stone Edge to knock us out. So that's a lot of energy they have to go for. Whereas all I need is one Trailblaze to get the knockout. I'm going to full send right as quickly as I can, because I wouldn't mind getting a shield down early in this matchup. Or that, I guess. They come in Furo, but they're taking so much fast food pressure here, and I get a Brutal Swing. I think this game should be over at this point. I shouldn't say that, but it feels that way. Because I get so much use out of my Quagsire, or out of my Oranguru. They got no use out of their Quagsire, basically. I have a lot of energy on my Piloswine still. They don't even get a farm down. I'm going to shield this up. There's not much reason not to at this point. They give me a full sneak. I have a Brutal Swing. They're going to be forced now to go for a combo play with Piloswine if they don't want to take this move. And they don't go for that. They just go for an extra peck. Yeah, this is either going to get a shield or a knockout. Looks like they go for the shield, so we combo play. Had to knock out the Piloswine anyway. That's perfectly fine. We'll get to another Icicle Spear into the Furo. And our own Furo's in the backline too, so we should be fine. Nice. All right. Well, Oranguru just kind of popped off that game, not gonna lie. It was kind of just a nightmare for them. They didn't have an answer for it. They had, like, kind of neutral Pokemon into it, but letting me ramp up with the Trailblaze into the Quagsire is just so devastating for their team, so I mean, we'll take it. Once again, that's not a bad showcase of what Oranguru can do. All right, next opponent here. Piloswine into Shadow Flygon. Wow, I like this lead. This is a very good lead. Ice-type damage does quite a bit to a Ground and Dragon. All right, Vigoroth Safe Swap. I think the last time we saw one of these, the play to go for was just an Icicle Spear Chip and Dip. Either we get a shield, or we put them into a range where we can really just farm them down with a Oranguru. So we'll see what they want to do. Yeah, they let it go. They're at 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, we still have 2 Body Slams from here. They'll get a second Body Slam for sure, but then I'll have a lot of energy to throw against whatever comes in. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'll have 2 Brutal Swings coming out of this. Yeah, okay. And am I even in range where, like, a Dragon Tail knocks us out? I don't think so. So I guarantee to get those 2 attacks off, which I like that quite a bit. Honestly, I don't even know if 2 Dragon Tails knock us out, but I'm not going to risk it. I'd rather guarantee landing 2 Brutal Swings rather than risking getting 1 extra Confusion as well. Let it go. Looks like I would have survived, but it's fine. Just getting this damage here is so bad for them. Now Flygon's done almost nothing for them this game. I'm going to actually switch into Piloswine here just to get a... Oh! Well, not exactly what I wanted to have happen there. But honestly, I think this is still fine. Because we'll get a shield with this Icicle Spear, and then we farm all the way down with Blaziken. Or with Furret, that is. So, you know, it happens. Furo is going to do Furo things. Those Pecks do too much damage. I'm not going to lie. That might be illegal. I think their only win con here is going for a fast move farm down, but they're not even at a Sandtomb just yet. I think they're only at 2 Dragon Tails still on their Flygon, so that is kind of bad for them. Yeah, we're just 3 away from back-to-back moves. We can go for the Drill Peck. And then if they do throw a move, we have a shield. If they don't throw a move, we just get the move in 2 more Pecks. And this should be a win. Drill Peck gets the shield. Do they play this out? Okay, nice. At least they're letting us throw this. They did have the Twister there, or the Sandtomb they could have thrown, but at this point, Flygon has to do way too much work. That's a cool team, but like ABA, Flygon plus Blaziken, I mean, it's not ABA to much. It's actually a pretty good core, but those are really squishy Pokemon to try to pair together. So that was kind of fortunate for us, I'd say. And with that, oh my goodness, a 5-0, a 4-1 into a 5-0. Man, this team's actually really good. I mean, I kind of expected Piloswine to pop off with all the flying type leads we've been seeing, but I'm going to take that. 2600s, that is definitely a new season high. Man, Piloswine here put in so much work today. I know it is a little bit scary to see in a meta with some fire types running around like the Macargos and the Blazikins, but the thing is, those Pokemon are all RPS anyway. You might as well have a Pokemon like Piloswine that can core break so many teams, destroy all the flyers, and anything that's kind of a neutral matchup is also not that bad because Powder Snow and Icicle Spear are just so strong. But yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.